What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at Dirty Honey's Let's Go Crazy, which is actually a cover of a classic Prince tune. And if you guys were on my channel when it came out, I did a cover and an actual reaction video to it. So today we're going to be taking a look at the actual guitar lesson on it, on how to play it. So yeah, before I get into it though, I just want to ask if you guys could like, subscribe, and comment. It really does help out the channel. And if you're interested in learning the full lesson, it will be on my Patreon page, linked down below. Just go find that page, and it really does help out the channel, and you guys get access to the full lesson of this song, and not only that, but the full lessons to many other songs, including pretty much the whole repertoire of Greta Van Fleet and a few other songs on there that were privately requested, or just groups that I don't do their whole song groups. So yeah, check out Patreon, and if you're just wanting to contribute to the channel, you don't want to go to Patreon or commit to like a monthly subscription, but you still want to contribute, my PayPal is down below. I'll leave that, and any donations or whatnot to the channel are really much appreciated, because it does help keep getting more advanced gear, more higher quality. You know, we got the camera and the lighting for this channel from Patreon actually. So any contributions to the channel really do help, and I put it right back into the gear that I use to produce videos for you guys. So without any further ado though, let's get into the video. Yeah, so starting off, I'm using my Gibson 51 or 59 Les Paul reissue with a Marshall JVM 210 amp, and I've got it on the Orange Crunch setting with my treble at almost max, my middle just past half, and my bass just past half, and that should get you fairly good tone. Of course, you don't want too much gain, and that's what John really does in his playing. That really it stands out, is that he doesn't use too much gain. So all those, I'm using my bridge pickup. Tone is at 7, and we're in half step down tuning, so E flat standard. Okay, getting into the actual intro here. So it's going to be a G power chord, so 3rd fret E, 5th fret A and D, and you're just going to be playing that up and down, strumming. And then what you're going to do is you pull your pinky off, and then you're going to bar your 3rd fret with your first finger, and it'll be a 3rd fret D string that you're pulling off to. And then I went to 3rd fret E string, A string, and then 2nd fret D. And then back up, 3rd fret E, 5th fret A, and 3rd fret D. And then you end on that G power chord twice. And then Mark says a couple things, and then you go again. And then Mark does his Go Crazy, and then you slide into it. So that can be from any fret here. It doesn't have to be a specific one. It's more of just the feel aspect. So slide, same power chord. So now this is sliding from 3rd fret to 5th fret on the A string, and then 3rd fret D, 5th fret A, 3rd fret D, and a little half bend, and then 5th fret D. So and the pattern is the same for the second time here, except you don't go, you just kind of land on that 3rd fret D string and half bend it and hold it. So and then it repeats itself. And then you go up here. So these up here, they're not too hard, they're just chords, major chords, just in a very different position from what you're used to, you know, here. So it's a G major chord to start off with, 7th fret G string, 8th fret B, and 7th fret E. So you play that twice, and then your pinky comes on the 8th fret of the E. So, and then you go back to this riff, and then back to your chords, except this time it's down, up, down, down. And then down here, it's the same idea where the first time you go to your 5th fret on a D, and the second time you hold it on the 3rd fret. So, and then that repeats itself again too. And then it leads into the verse. So I'm going to pause here, take a little break, let you guys figure that out. And then the next section we'll focus on, once you get that down, is going to be the verse section of the song. So we'll see you in the next clip for that. Alright guys, welcome back to the verse section of this song. So if you really went and practiced that introduction section, this part should be kind of a walk in the park, essentially because it's the same riff, just slightly different. So getting into it, the whole verse, I think the riff itself repeats 8 times. So because Mark goes through and does the verse itself, like the actual vocal line for the verse repeats itself twice. So the whole time through that, you're going to be going and doing this riff. So you're going to essentially be doing the same thing that you were doing from the beginning, just you're not adding any of the... because that would just be too much going on and it would kind of drown out the vocals. So just this riff. And also for the picking there, I'm going down, down, and then down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down. So make sure you're focusing on your picking as well, because that's going to come in handy if you're playing at full speed, and it's going to make everything flow a lot smoother. If you're going all downstrokes, it makes it a lot more choppy essentially when you're playing, because you have to come back up for every one of those downstrokes. So if you want more of a smooth playing style, it's down, up, up. So, and you can really swing that a lot more. As in swing, I mean kind of, it's not on the beat, it's more bluesy and kind of slightly offbeat to give that bluesy sound to it. So versus all downstrokes, it's a lot harder, and it also sounds like a lot more power is going into it because everything's tensing up and you're getting a lot more effort into your picking hand. So you just really want to have that feel to it. Down, up, up. Just very loose and swung. So that's kind of the picking hand. And then at the end of the riff, it's so that's fairly easy. It's just power chords. So D power chord 8 times, and then slide up 2 frets for E power chord, and then slide down to C power chord, and then back to D power chord, and then you go to your G power chord. And that goes into the chorus, which is essentially a repeat of the introduction. So that's where I will stop for our YouTube lesson. Like I said at the beginning, the full lesson with all the guitar solos will be on Patreon. Again, it's more so to really help out the channel and help us grow and get more equipment so that we can make everything better for the channel. And also kind of for the time that's put into these videos as well, because as a small content creator on YouTube, it's doesn't benefit as much as potentially on Patreon. So again, those of you on Patreon, it's much appreciated. For those of you who haven't and you want to learn the full solo, the full song, it's going to be on Patreon, and it's fairly inexpensive per month. So I would really appreciate if you guys check that out. If you guys are just going to stay on YouTube, again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. It really does help the channel as well. It pushes the video, helps the algorithm, however that works. I'm not a computer guy. But yeah, if you're just sticking on YouTube, thanks for coming along. I hope you guys got some valuable information. And until next time, keep on rocking.